Good day, sir. I am John Michael Hernando from BSHM2 Block 19. What I will present in explaining today are my answer in works for our long quiz. It is divided into two parts. Part 1 focuses on finding the main median in mode for ungrouped data, while part 2 involve constructing a frequency distribution table and applying formulas for group data as discussed our class. In part 1, we were given 5 sets of data. We are required to solve the main median in mode for each set. According to the instructions, all final answers should be rounded off to decimal place, and I strictly follow these rules. Main, I add the all values in the data sets, then divided the total sum by the total number of values included in the same sets. The results I obtained was rounded off and written with only two decimal place, just as required by the direction. Median. First, I arrange all the numbers from the lowest value to the highest value. When the total count of data was odd, the exact middle value become my final answer. Meanwhile, when the total count was even, I identify the two numbers located at the middle position, added the together, and divided their sum by 2, get the correct median value. Mode. I check the observed which number appeared most frequently in the set. If only one value repeated the most time, that serve as my final answer. If two or more different values appeared the same number of same and had the highest frequency, I listen all of them as the answer, and when all the values appeared only once or had equal frequency, I wrong no mode. As you can see in my written output, and this is the solving problem. Now let's move on part 2 of our long quiz. We are given a set of raw data consisting of 50 values, and our task is construct a complete frequency distribution table and calculate the mean median in mode using the formulas and procedure for group data as discussed and through in our class. To complete this part correctly and systematically, these are the step procedure I follow. I identify the necessary information first from the given set of data. Determine these important values, which is the total number of data, and this 50, and highest value is 300. This is 322, and the lowest value 174. Using this, I compute first for the range which is the difference between the highest and lowest value. Highest value and lowest value. Which is 322 and 174. Then 148. After finding the range, I solved the classes with or size and as per the specific rules and method through to us by the teacher. Divided the range by 10, then take only whole number part. Disregard whatever is in the decimal part, no matter what it is. Class with 148 divided 10 equal 114.8. And 14. Let's move on constructing the frequency distribution table. Based on the compute class with, I prepared my table consisting of the following columns, namely class interval, class boundaries, frequency, midpoint, FR, FX, and less than commutative frequency. Let me explain each column one by one. Class interval. This shows the group of classes I create. I start with the lowest data value, which is 174, and added our class width of 14 each time until covered the highest data value, which is 322. My last class interval become 314 to 327, which 327 which ensured that the highest value is included the covered properly. Next, class boundaries. In this column, I subtract 0.5 from the lower limit and added 0.5 to upper limit of every interval. We do this because our give data are all whole number. This is done so that there will be no gaps and no overlaps between each class interval, making the group accurate and correct. For the frequency, this tells how many times the value within a certain class interval appeared or accurated in the given dataset. The total of all frequencies is 50, which is matches our total number of data. Let's move on. Midpoint or class mark. This refers to the middle value of each class interval. I compute it by adding the lower limit and upper limit of the interval, then dividing the sum by 2. This value is important and necessary in solving for the main later on. For the FX, this column This column is obtained by multiply the frequency and class mark of every interval. You will notice that the number here are quite large. This is simple because our original data values are already large number, ranging from 174 to 322. So naturally, the products also become large. The total sum of columns is 14,121, which will use the solve for our mean. For the cumulative frequency. In this column, I added the frequencies progressively from the lowest class up to the highest class. Based on what we learn and follow in our class, the last value in this column must always be equal to total number of data. So my final enter here is 50, which is which is same the frequency. For the solving mean, median, in mode, after finishing the table, I compute for the required measures of central tendency using the formulas intended for group data. This is mean, total number of 14,121, and then median based on less than cumulative frequency. Value belongs in is founded within the class interval 216 to 229. Using the formula in bulol ako. The correct values, the final result I got is 226.39. 226.39. This for mode, first identify the mode class or the class interval having the highest frequency. Based on my table, the last interval 216 to 229. This is our final computation. Hindi ko na po sinali yung ibang computation, hindi na po kasi kasya dito.